Hello everyone, I am Kinjal Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Computer Engineering. So here is the part 1 of chapter 3, Parsing Theory, lecture 16. So we have started one example of CLR parsing in last lecture. So in this lecture, we'll continue that example. So we have performed first step of CLR parsing, that we have constructed canonical set of LR1 items. Now second step is to construct CLR1 parsing table. So in this lecture, we'll see how to construct CLR1 parsing table. And third step is to parse the input stream. So as the steps of parsing the input strings are same in all LR parsing algorithm, and we have already performed this step in LR0 parsing technique, so we won't repeat this step. So in this lecture, we'll learn how to construct CLR1 parsing table. So these are the rules to construct CLR parsing table. So we need to make two entries in parsing table, one for shift and one for reduce. So the rules for making shift entry are same as LR0 and SLR. There is change in the rule of reduce only, that in LR0 we were making the entry of reduce in all terminal symbols, and in SLR we were making the entry of reduce in follow of A. Now in CLR, as we have found look ahead for each production rule, and that item set is called as LR1 item set. So we'll make the entry of reduce in look ahead of particular production rule. For example, if there is production A derives alpha dot in item set II, so we'll make the entry of reduce from I on A for all A in look ahead of that production rule. Means if A derives alpha dot is final set, then we'll make entry of that reduce in the look ahead of that production rule. Now here A may not be S dash, means if there is production S dash derives S dot, means if S dash derives S dot is final set, then we'll make the entry of except from I to dollar. And remaining rules are same, that if there is go to I0 comma equals to I1, then from 0 to A will make the entry S1, means shift 1. And for non-terminals, if go to I0 comma A equals to I1, then we'll make the entry 1 from 0 to A. Okay, and all entries not defined by rules 2 and 3 are made error. So here is the step 1 of CLR, that we have constructed this LR1 set in last lecture. Now we'll make the entries in parsing table using this set. First we'll make shift entries in parsing table. So here, now here go to I0 comma S equals to I1. So we'll make the entry 1 from 0 to S. So from 0 to S, 1 will be placed. Then from 0 to A equals to I2. So from 0 to A will place 2. Then from 0 comma A equals to I3. So from 0 to A will place S3, as A is terminal symbol. Then from go to I0 comma B equals to I4. So from 0 to B will place S4. So all the entries of I0 has been made. Now we'll check for the I1. As there is no go to in I1, but I1 is final set, so we'll make the except entry because it is the final set of starting symbol. So we'll make the except entry in 1 on dollar. So from 1 to dollar, we'll make the entry except. Now here we'll check for the I2 set, that go to I2 comma A equals to I5. So from 2 to non-terminal A will place 5. 2 to A will place 5. Now here go to I2 comma equals to I6. So we'll place 6 or S6 from 2 to A. Now here go to I2 comma B equals to I7. So we'll place S7 from 2 to B. Now next here go to I3 comma A, capital A equals to I8. So we'll place so we'll place 8 from I3 to capital A. So from 3 to A we'll place 8. Now from I3 comma A equals to I3. So we'll place S3 from 3 to A. Now here go to I3 comma B equals to I4. So we'll place S4 from 3 to B. So from 3 to B we'll place S4. So entries of I3 has been made. Now we'll check for the I4 condition. We'll check for the go to in I4. So as there are no go to in I4, so no more shift entry will be made in I4 set. But as I4 is final set, as dot is at the end of right hand side in I4 set, so we'll make the reduce entry for I4. So A derives B dot is third statement. So we'll make the entry of reduce 3 means R3 in set 4. So we'll make the entry of R3 in set 4, but in which symbol? So in the symbol which are look ahead of that production rule. So here look ahead of A derives B is A and B. So we'll make the entry R3 in A and B only. So in I4 set, from 4 to A will make the entry R3 and from 4 to B will make the entry R3. Now next, in I4 set there is no go to condition, but I5 is also final set. So we'll make the reduce entry for I5 set. So S derives A dot is first statement. So we'll make entry R1 in set 5. So S derives A dot has look ahead symbol dollar. So R1 entry will be made from 5 to dollar. So from 5 to dollar we'll make entry R1. Now we'll check for the I6 state. So here in I6 state, go to I6 comma A equals to I9. So from 6 to A will make the entry I9. So from 6 to A, 9 will be placed. Now next go to is I6 comma A equals to I6. So from 6 to A, S6 will be placed. From 6 to A, S6 will be placed. Now third go to is go to I6 comma B equals to I7. So from 6 to B, S7 will be placed in passing table. From 6 to B, S7 will be placed. Now go to condition in I6 state has been made. So we'll check for the I7 set. So as there is no go to condition from I7 set, but in I7 dot is at the end of right hand side. So we'll make the entry of reduce in I7 set. So A derives B dot is third statement. So we'll make the entry of R3 in set 7. But here A derives B dot has look ahead dollar. So R3 will be placed in the dollar symbol only. So from 7 to dollar we'll place R3. Now I8. So as there is no go to condition in I8, but I8 is final set. So reduce entry will be made in I8 state. That here A derives A dot. Now here A derives A dot is second statement. So R2 will be placed in I8. Now here look at symbols are A and B. So R2 will be placed in A and B symbols. So from A to A, R2 will be placed, and from A to B, R2 will be placed. Now we'll check for the I9 set. So as there are no go to conditions in I9 set, so no shift condition will be made, but A derives A dot is final set. So we'll make the entry of reduce in I9 set. So A derives A is second statement. So R2 condition will be made in I9 set. So in I9 set, the look ahead is dollar. So from 9 to dollar, R2 will be placed. From 9 to dollar, R2 will be placed. So we have checked I0 to I9 set and we have made all the shift and reduce entry in parsing table. And third step is to parse the input string, which we have seen in LR0 parsing, that how to parse the string. Next topic is LALR parsing. So steps to construct LALR parsing. First step is to construct canonical set of LR1 items, which is same as CLR parsing, that in CLR, in LALR, in both algorithm, LR1 item set is constructed. So first step is same in CLR and LALR. Now second step is to construct LALR parsing table. So we'll learn how to construct LALR parsing table in this lecture. And third step is to parse the input string. So the steps to parse the input string are same in all the parsing algorithm which we have already learned. Now here is the example. S derives A derives A or B, and we need to convert this grammar into augmented grammar as per rule. So here we have converted this grammar into augmented grammar by adding the production S dash derives dot S dash derives S. So here is the LR1 item set of LALR1, which we have already learned in CLR parsing, that how to construct LR1 item set. So we won't repeat this step. Now next step is to merge the input, means merge the item set which have same production rule but look aheads are different. For example, the item set I3 and I6. So in I3 and I6, the first part is same, means the production rules are same but the look ahead is different. Like here, look ahead in I3 are A and B, while look ahead in I6 is dollar. So we'll merge I3 and I6 as the production rules are same in both set. So here in I3 there is production rule like this, and in I6 the production rule like this. So if there are sets which have same production rules but look aheads are different, then we'll merge that two set. So this two set will be merged and will represent this set as I36. So we'll just copy down the production rules, as production rules are same in both sets. So production rules are same. But here look ahead is different. So we'll combine the look ahead symbol, will make the union of look ahead symbol, that here look ahead in I3 are A and B, and in I6 look ahead is dollar. So we will combine the look ahead, that A, B or dollar in all production rules. So we will merge the item set. We will represent I3 and I6 as I36, and I6 will be removed from parsing table. So we'll see that how we can merge this item set from this LR1 item set. Okay. So this is item set of CLR. Now we want to make the item set of LALR. So for that we'll see for the state which have same production rules but look aheads are different. So as we have already seen that I3 and I6 have same production rules, so we'll merge I3 and I6 set. So we'll represent I3 and I6 as I36 with merged look aheads. Now we'll check for the set which have same production rules. So here I0, I1 and I2, these three set has no match state, so will not combine this set with any state. So I0, I1 and I2 sets are as it is. Now we have combined I3 with I6. So now next state is I36. Now we'll check for the I4 set. Here A derives B dot comma A or B. So we'll check for the matching of A derives B dot production rule. So here you can see that in I4 and in I7 set, the production rules are same, but the look ahead is different. So we'll combine this set and we'll represent this set as I47. So I47 equals to A derives B dot, comma, will make the union of these look aheads, that A or B or dollar. Now we'll check for the I5 state, which has production rules S derives A dot, comma, dollar. So this set match with, so as this set is not matched with any set, so will not merge this set, will represent this set as it is. So I0, I1, I2, I36, I47 and next set is I5. Now as we have combined I6 set, so we have already removed I6 set from item set. And as we have combined I7 with I4, so we have already removed I7. So next set is I8. So here I8 is A derives A dot, A or B, look ahead. Now here I8 match with the I9 set. So here we'll combine I8 and I9 and we'll represent this set as I8 9. So here A derives A dot production rule and we'll make the union of look ahead symbol, which are A, B or dollar. Now we have combined I8 with I9, so I9 has been removed from item set. So the item set of LALR are I0, I1, I2, then I36, I47, then I5, then I8, 9. Now we'll see how to construct LALR parsing table. So this is the table of CLR. Now from CLR item set, we have removed I6 set and we have merged this set with I3 and represented that set with I36. So we'll remove this set from table. Then we have also removed I7 set from item set and we have merged that set with 4. So our new state is I47. So we'll remove I7 from table and we'll also remove I9 from table as we have merged 9 with 8. So our parsing table will be like this, that we have merged I36 set, we have merged I47 set and we have merged I89 set. Now here the entry in CLR table S3 and S6 will be replaced with S36 in LALR table as there are no set like I3 and I6 in table. So our new set is 36. So we'll replace the entry of S3 with S36 and we'll also replace the entry of S6 with also S36. Now same for S4 and 7 as there are no state named S4 and S7. So we have merged S4 7. So we'll replace the entry of S4 with S4 7 and S7 with S4 7. And same for 8 9, that we have merged set 8 9. So we'll replace the entry 8 with 8 9 numbers. Now we won't replace the entry of reduce as reduce entry are made from the production rules. They are not made from the item set. So there are no change in the production rules. So we won't change the R3 or R1 or R2 symbols. But for reduce entry, as we have merged I47, so we'll also merge the entry of reduce. That here in 4 there are entries R3 from 4 to A and 4 to B, but there is no entry in dollar. But as we have merged 7 item set in 4 and in 7 item set there is entry R3 in dollar. So we'll place R3 in dollar of I4 7. So we'll merge all the entry of 4 and 7 of CLR parsing table. Okay, so this is how we can construct the parsing table of LALR. Thank you.